Good morning dear students. Okay, today let us study about the last concept related to numericals. Yes, in the previous video I explained you about the time period and also the potential energy, and based on that we will study solve the two numericals, right. Then can you tell me what is the formula for the time period of the magnetic needle? That is T is equal to 2 pi root of I upon mb, and the terms you know already. With the help of that time period T only, today again I am going to solve the numerical. There you have to find the magnetic field B. Yes, let us solve that numerical, and that is in your NCERT text solved only. That is example 5.1. What is that numerical here? The magnetic needle has a magnetic moment 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 2 ampere meter square. The magnetic needle is there which has the magnetic moment of, that is 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 2 ampere meter square, and moment of inertia I is equal to 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 kg meter square. Its moment of inertia value is also mentioned here. Then it performs 10 complete oscillations in 6.70 seconds. See dear students, here you have to focus. They have given the needle is performing, the needle is showing you the 10 oscillations in which time, that is 6.70 seconds. Then what is the magnitude of the magnetic field? Then I hope the clear question is there to find the magnetic field. So then first you have to think on the numerical, what is given here, what you need to calculate, and very clear. So the data they have given, one is the magnetic moment m value is given, second one the moment of inertia value is given, and next one the time period is given. With the help of these three data we need to calculate the value of the magnetic field B. Yes, let us solve that using the formula. In the solution I use first time period T is equal to 2 pi root of I upon mb. This you know. But now I want to replace or remove this square root. Then what we need to do? Squaring on both the side. From this I can get that T square is equal to 4 pi square I upon mb. Right? Then using this and simplifying this, we get that B is equal to the magnetic field. B is equal to, just take a B here, then what are the remaining terms? 4 pi square I as it is, then upon m into T square. Am I clear? Yes. Then check the given data here. What is given here? Magnetic moment m value is given. M is equal to how much? That is 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 2 ampere meter square, right. Then the moment of inertia I value is given. I is equal to 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 kg meter square, right. Then they have given the time period for the 10 oscillation. Then I have to calculate time period for the one oscillation, that is equal to T10 upon 10, that is equal to 6.70 upon 10 means the T1, that is time period for the one oscillation becomes 0.67 seconds. Yes, this is the T value. Then substitute all the I is given, m, T is given. Then substitute here, that is B is equal to 4 as it is, pi means you know value 3.142 square, then I into I is how much? That is 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 upon that is m value is 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 2 into the t square, t value is 0.67 square, right. After the simplification you will get the answer, that is 0.009875 approximately, this answer you will get. Then again if you simplify and keep the approximate value, you will get the answer, that is 0.01 Tesla. This is what the magnetic field value I am going to get from this numerical. Is that clear? Yes. And see dear children, so with the help of the time period, if the question comes to find the magnetic field, you can use the formula B is equal to 4 pi square I upon m into t square. Okay? Yes. Then let us move to the another numerical, which is related to the potential energy formula that we solved in the yesterday video, right. What is given here? The numerical 5.2 in a NCERT text, that is already example solved here. A short bar magnet placed with its axis at 30 degree with an external field of 800 G. What is the G here? G is the Gauss. The value of the magnetic field also can be given in a Gauss. So, 800 Gauss it is. Then 1 Gauss is equal to how much Tesla? 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla. I will tell you when taking the data, right. So, then 800 G experiences a torque of 0.016 Newton meter. Then question A, what is the magnetic moment of the magnet? What is the magnetic moment? That means m value we need to calculate. Then second question, what is the work done in moving it from its most stable to the most unstable state? Work done, W we need to calculate. From where to where it has moved? From the most stable to the most unstable state. Yes? Yes. Let us solve here. The given data write down first. Take that data, that is one is a theta value is given, the angle made, and one more thing dear students, when such a numerical will come, you can draw an imaginary diagram which will help you to understand the given numerical clearly. Yes, assume it is our uniform magnetic field, that is a B, and here is the needle. Just I take a small diagram of the needle. Yes, this is the needle which is making an angle theta, right. That angle is equal to how much? That is 30 degree, and that is kept in a magnetic field B. B value is also given, how much it is? 800 Gauss. Then what I told you now, the 1 Gauss is equal to how much Tesla? 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla, right. Means you can convert, here itself you can write the magnetic field B as a 800 into 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla, right. Then next one is it experiencing a torque. Tau value is also given here, torque is 0.016 Newton meter. Then in the question A, what I need to calculate? The magnetic moment m value we need to calculate. Then in the question B, what we need to calculate? The work done, or else it is nothing but the potential energy we need to calculate. Yes, let us solve that with the help of the formula. The first formula is, so what formula you will use here? The torque is given, m is given, theta is given, torque is given, theta is given, and B also given, need to calculate the m. Simple formula, the torque acting on the needle tau is equal to mb sin theta. Yes, first one A, using torque tau is equal to mb sin theta, Then tau value, okay, so here itself you can separate this, m is equal to tau upon b sin theta. Yes, then it is equal to the value is also given here, that is tau means it is 0.016 upon b value is 8 into 10 raised to minus 2, you can write 2 zeros, you can yes, 2 zeros you can remove here, then into sine of 30. Yes. So, after the simplification and substitution of the sine value, you get m is equal to 0.40, that is in terms of the value ampere meter square, right, ampere meter square. For the first question, the answer is m is equal to 0.40 ampere meter square. Then moving to the second one, B question, the magnetic needle is moved from the where to where? From the most stable to the unstable. So, in the working or the potential energy formula, yes, in the B, work done in moving needle or magnet, both you can use, needle from most stable to most stable means that is theta is equal to 0 to most unstable, when that is theta 2 is equal to 180. Remember students, the work done is nothing but potential energy, that is given yesterday itself. I told you the formula, that is mb, here it comes cos of theta 2 minus cos of theta 1 when two angles will come. So, then you have to use like this, then this is equal to u is equal to m value is obtained already 0.40 and b is also given 80 to 10 raised to minus 2, and here you can get the value that it is 180 minus of cos 0, then here also minus 1, that will become u is equal to 2, 0.40 into 10 raised to minus 2 into minus 2. When you simplify this, the answer you are going to get, that is 0.064 joules, 0.064 joules, or u is equal to, you can still simplify this. So, 64 into 10 raised to minus 3 joules, this is also your answer. Am I clear? Yes, and one more step is there. So, up to the yesterday concept, so this much question A and B is enough to study. Okay, and we will study the another very important the law, that is the Gauss law in the magnetism. Dear students, this question is asking very repeatedly in your theory annual examination for a 1 mark. State the Gauss law in the magnetism. So, it is a very important law in the examination purpose also, and it is very easy to understand also. When you see the Gauss law, you will remember the Gauss law of the electrostatic. What it will explain? The Gauss law in the electrostatic will tell that the net flux, that is electric flux through any closed surface, is equal to 1 upon epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed in the surface, that is pi e is equal to 1 upon epsilon naught times the q, that you have learnt already. Then the same Gauss law we are studying, we are using in the magnetism also. Then what is the difference here? What the law states here? The statement for the Gauss law in the magnetism is that the net magnetic flux through any closed surface is 0. What it says, what it actually telling means, let us explain or understand the law through the diagram. Assume here there is a magnetic field. Assume it is a magnetic field. Yes, call it is a B, and there is one closed surface. There is one closed surface, right? And here I will take it is a closed surface, yes, and in this surface itself I will take one small the area element which is making an angle theta. This area element is delta S, right? And now this is a closed surface. Yes, what I have taken closed surface, yes. The magnetic flux through this closed the small area what I have taken here, how many number of the magnetic field lines are entering through that area will be is equal to how many number of the magnetic field lines leaving the area. That means very simple, if I assume this is a small area element, if a 5 number of the magnetic lines are entering to the area, then 5 number of the magnetic field lines are leaving the same area, then automatically the entered and so the left magnetic field lines again will not come. That is why how many entering and how many going, both will be equal. Then what is the flux? Any flux is remaining here? No flux is remaining. That is why through any closed surface area, the net magnetic flux is 0. That is the statement of the Gauss law in the magnetism. Then, so for the small the surface delta S, I take pi b is the, here we use the delta pi b. Pi is the flux, which flux it is? Magnetic flux. B is indicating magnetic flux, that is small change is given as, it is given as B into delta S, B into delta S. Then this is for only the magnetic flux through the small area delta S, but I want to find what is the total magnetic flux through the closed surface S. Then what I have to use now? The total magnetic flux through the closed surface pi b is equal to summation of the delta pi b, summation of the delta pi b. Then that is nothing but summation of all the surface, all surface I use here. Then here what is there? Delta pi b means what I can use here? The statement is equal to 0. So, this is B into delta S, it is equal to 0. This is the mathematical representation of the Gauss law in the magnetism, where pi b is the magnetic flux. Yes, you can write here, if they ask what are the expression, that means pi b is the magnetic flux. Yes, what is the B here? Magnetic field. Okay, then what is the S here? It is a closed surface area, surface area. Okay. So, this is about the magnetic and the Gauss law, and that is the Gauss law in the magnetism. And see what is the difference between the Gauss law in electrostatic and the magnetism. It clearly tells that the Gauss law in the magnetism that explains there is no existence of the monopole. Means what I explained here will reflect that monopoles never exist in the case of the magnet, But see, when you see the electrostatic, there a mono charge, that means single charge may exist that can give the magnetic flux. But in the case of study of the magnetism, compulsorily what we need, the dipole is required or the current loop is required. This is only the conclusion what we are going to understand from the concept of the Gauss law in the magnetism. I hope you understood the point, and remember this is very important for the 1 mark question. Yes, okay. Thank you for watching the video.